halachas of mukse. Just to say something about Torah Shebechsav, that we cannot derive anything from there without Torah Shebal Peh. If you do that, you're Tseduki. You have to learn, see what Chazal telling us what the pshat in the pasuk is. Same thing in the Torah Shebal Peh. You have to learn it a little bit deeper to see what the Noisa Kalim saying, what the commentators. Otherwise, sometimes you can learn the halacha like a Tzeduki. I'm going to give you one example, a very good example today. That the halacha today, like it's written originally, it's exactly reversed. Here, the halacha in Shin Ches. I'm reading from the Torah and then the Shulchan Aruch. The Torah brings like this: Bosar Chai. If you have a raw meat on Shabbos, I feel a tofel, meaning it's not salted. Shena meluach klal, but tafuach, meaning it's already a little bit not fresh. Tafuach, it's oil. The comment says masriach. It's already a little bit smelly. Muter letaltalo, you allow the cheret. It should be muksa, because what are you going to do with this? You cannot eat raw meat. What are you going to do? You're allowed to do it because sheroi leklovim. That's the lotion of the Torah, because you could give it to the dogs. That's why it's not mukse, so you could use it for the dogs. Now, in the Gemara, really, it says a different reason. The Gemara says it's chozer leumtza. Leumtza, the way the Alter Rebbe brings from the Gemaras, that's people that they didn't care to eat the raw meat. They were able to eat the raw meat. So that's what says. Some people ate raw meat. So it's not muksa, because some people could eat it. They could eat raw meat. And by the way, today there is a mute of people. There's such even restaurants. They serve raw meat. They obviously prepare it well. It's certain cuts of the meat. But there was such a thing. So the Lamaise, the Lashon Shulchan Aruch, exactly not like the Torah in Roel Klov. Shulchan Aruch says on this halachah. He says the lashon of the Gemara. So why the Torah changed? So the Bach, the Taz, the Mefalpel, but the Pashtus, it kind of depends on the circumstances. We're going to see the both could be applicable. Depends what's your circumstance of it. Anyway, so then I'm going now to the Shulchan Aruch. Then the Shulchan Aruch is like this. Let's say you have some food that only you could give it to the birds or animal they could eat it, but you don't have it around your neighbors, such animals or birds. If you have in the house from such a type of animal or bird that could eat it, even the Gemara says if there's no dogs in this neighborhood, so I cannot say I could metaltel the meat because I could give it to dog. There's no dogs, so it's not roy. And that's also how that's the halacha. Now it's interesting. Now so it comes out like this: if there is a raw meat on Shabbos, you come across in your fridge or in the pantry some food. Talk about the meat right now. So it's in the fridge. Obviously, the meat is not in the fridge; it's going to get spoiled. So if you need to touch it to move it, since it's raw, if you have kalavim, raw l'klav. You don't have kalavim. If raw l'umtza l'odom, the way the lashon of the Gemara, the chayre you're allowed to move. It's not muktzah. However, it's not possible at all. The Magen Avraham brings. He says kosu b'sever yireim. The marbe min the rokich v'chazer lokos. That's talking about such a meat, like the Gemara brings over there about a duck meat. The mice of the Gemara with Rav Chizda was the duck meat. It's a very soft meat that you could eat it even if it's raw. He says, then he brings many poskim saying to him, Amoer, and then he says, yeah, that also if whatever you some food you don't give to the dog. If you could, why would you waste the food to the dog? So like this. And then brings many poskim, Rambam. Okay, now like this. According to this, if we have a meat that we cannot eat it raw, today most people, more than 99%, don't eat raw meat. Al pi halacha, by the way, if you wash the meat, you're allowed to eat without melicha, because the blood didn't move yet. So it's called basar evorim. That didn't move, you're allowed to eat. Al pi halacha, mitzad the ilchas of kashrus, you're allowed to eat raw, but the people don't eat raw meat today. Since people don't eat it, it's back to this original halacha. It's muktzah. So that's Memele. So he says, Hu adin l'shar dvarim kaizer gon shuman tzoinen. The lokabach. That's what the Magen Avraham said like this. According to anything that's lemaisa, it's not edible. Even though it says it could be edible for some people that eat it, lemaisa, people don't eat it now. So in our days, some people don't eat raw meat. And to go back to the halacha of muktzah. So Shulchan Aruch says it's not muktzah. Lemaisa, it is muktzah because you have to learn the reason why it was not muktzah because it's the circumstance changed. Then some people ate it. Today, people don't eat it. Okay. Now, so according to this, I just want to, before I go to the next halacha, also to reverse the next halacha. So according to this, if you have in the pantry, you have rice, uncooked rice, you have uncooked beans, it's not edible to anything. You cannot give it to animals, to birds, yourself. Memela, since it's not edible, it will be muktzah. You cannot move a pack of rice, beans, anything which is not edible on Shabbos, it's muktzah, you cannot touch it. Now, the next halacha, it's interesting halacha. It's in Shin Ches Halacha Lamed Beis. Dag Meluach, you have raw fish, not cooked. Dag, but it's salted, like herring. Mutar l'talteloi. You're allowed to move it because it's edible. V'she'ena Meluach, if you have a raw fish, it's not salted, the halacha says, Osum Nashena Roy. You cannot move because even the time of Chazal, some people ate raw meat, they did not eat raw fish, not salted.
We have sushi.
Ah, very good. Since today we have sushi, very good. We have sushi today, and sushi they eat. They could have cooked fish over there, or uncooked fish, and even unsalted in the sushi. That's part of the and that become very popular not only in Japan now. The last 30 years, becoming more and more every day, more and more popular in America. Memela, you cannot say anymore it's muktzah because people could do sushi out of it, and it's very much raw. It's very much popular also. By the way, I'm going to show you another halacha how it could change. La halacha, the gaba bishul akum. What's the halacha? Kol shoel ashulchan malachim. Anything you could serve a guest, a nice meal, a guest, you could serve this food. And a raw chai, you don't eat it raw. Shaykh of the bishul akum, you have to make sure that the Yid cook the food, not a goy. Even everything kosher, if the goy cooked it, that's also bishul akum. Originally, any fish would be osur. We're not talking about dogim ktanim. The Gemara says that they're allowed. It's not ala shulchan malachim, but dogim gedolim, regular fish, white fish, salmon, carp, all those big fish would be not raw. If it's not, it's ola shulchan malachim. It's not. You don't eat it raw. Memela, it's have to be cooked by Eid. Otherwise, it will be shalakim. Today, the halacha will change because since in sushi they eat a lot.
Just only salmon.
No, they
put other fish also.
As far as I know, they put a lot of fish over there. Again, you know what? I have to find out. I'm not a big mumcha on sushi. So, but salmon. Let's talk about salmon now. Originally, salmon would be osur to eat bishulakim. Today, since the food is very popular in America also, where we live, that's do amokem v'azman in America now. Since they have sushi very popular, and they could eat the salmon raw, so it's not anymore also misal bishulakim because first of all, not only the sushi is not cooked, definitely it's not bishul. We're talking about even they cook the salmon would not be also misal bishulakim because it's raw loch lachai. So all I'm saying is, you have to know by halachas, you cannot just take literal, even not only Torah Shebechsav, you cannot learn without Chazal, even Torah Shebal Peh, you have to make sure you go over more details and more commentators to see what's applicable, what's not. Okay.